Hello, friends, and welcome to this week's edition of Gustavo's Soccer Corner. This week starts on a somber note as we sort of grieve with Dylan and the loss of the rest of his season. Dylan has been a lot of fun joining the team, and he also played really hard through what ended up being a torn tendon in his foot. So that's kind of incredible. Like that's like pro sports level grit, which is what we're looking for. I mean, we may not win every week, but we are absolutely the top team in heart. And I think that was an outstanding example of it right there. So we're wishing for the best and most speedy recovery for Dylan. But yeah, otherwise, this past week was a gritty, tough affair, maybe exemplified by Dylan's gutsy performance. And we just narrowly lost a game that it really feels like we should have won. But I feel like maybe the past couple weeks, with the input of Gustavo, we've been able to slowly trend in the right direction, or quickly trend in the right direction. I thought that we did a lot of really great things in that game. So the first thing that I'll say about this week is I hope you guys find this fun. I find this fun. Obviously it's weird to dissect the soccer and have yourself be on camera, but I hope that it's all part of the fun. I love going out there and playing with you guys, whatever happens. So I hope that everybody knows that. And of course, I'm just always trying to improve myself as a player as well. So potential spam will not answer that. I should have picked up the spam. Said, why are you interrupting Gustavo's Soccer Corner? It is the spirit of the Thanksgiving week. So I'm thankful for my soccer team. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. I'm so glad that you've come on this journey, that you don proudly the Newsflash jersey and give it your all every week. Yeah. Do I have any other miscellaneous thoughts? I guess not. The end of this will just be, I did go ahead and I wanted to see, we've been talking all about GoPros and having secret agents film our games, but Resolute does film the games. I've never watched them before, but I decided to take a look at what their vantage point looks like, and it is pretty useful, at least for understanding the basics of what went on, even if it's not going to win any Oscars for cinematography or even being mildly a high-resolution image. So I think what I want to do from now on, for a little bit, maybe for the last couple of games, we have 2 games left this season, is just go over something good and then, something that we can work on in the coming week. Brian wants to, talk about offense. He brought that up. But I really think we're just building a foundation of the basics where it's about how to just manage the game, passing the ball, retaining possession, being smart, getting open. These are the fundamentals that are going to lead to better and better play and opportunities every week. And I thought we did a pretty good job of that this past week. So want to keep that up. So we're going to go over a couple film clips here, and then we will wrap up, and I hope to see you on Sunday at 3:10. Okay. This is just a really nice sequence. This is right at the end of the first half, 25 seconds left. These nuts are trying to corral the ball in the corner over here. We've got everybody back on defense. We've got 6 players over here because, it's the end of the half. We're trying to not give up a goal. But here, Sagar wins the ball. Does this little nifty behind the screen, behind his back kick over to Ray. If it was intentional, beautiful. And what happens, Ray gets the ball, immediately Perry Power, they start sprinting down the field. Love that. Ray's under duress, so what does she do? Stops, crosses it. Beautiful. Alyssa's got the ball. Now Ray's got open field to run. Brothers down the field, already trying to get in position to score. Alyssa takes in the pass, finds her brother. Brian, Ray is calling for the ball. Great communication. Brian one-shots it over to her. Ray takes some space and takes a shot. Just a great sequence for how to go across the field in terms of people running, giving open places, communication, and we end up with a shot. There's just a lot of awareness here. Brian's looking back. He's seeing what's going on. All these defenders are drawn over. Brian takes advantage of that. Woody comes up behind. He says, "I'm here if you need me." It's not a goal, but it's a great possession sequence, and it shows exactly, I think, how how scoring in transition could work when everybody is trying to make it happen. Great work there. Here we can see Drew and Phil talking on the field, going over strategy. Really good stuff there. Excellent work there. Establishing a presence is what we call that. All right, here we go. Brian's got the ball. I do apologize. I know it's weird watching yourself play soccer. It's a little bit like listening to the sound of your own voice, but it is what it is. So Brian's got the ball and passes it to Alyssa. Alyssa can't quite handle it. The Perrys, always passing to one another. Interesting. What's going on there? Little sub-team on the team. Anyways, so we're in transition here. Red's got the ball. Now you can see this is actually, we've got 3 defenders. Nice little wall here against 3 players on a break, so we'll see how we do. This is good. I think this is Woody. He's trailing her. Drew takes the ball. Ray's got the runner over here. Good stuff. He moves in the middle. Woody didn't quite follow over there. I think that's okay. I like clogging that middle space a little bit. But then Jacob blocks it. Okay, so what goes on here is, they're breaking. It's transition. He gets a shot on goal. Everyone, I feel like anxiety spikes whenever there's a shot on goal. There's a little bit of chaos. Ends up on the outside. But here, we've got 3 defenders here. I mean, it would be amazing if this girl got the ball on the backside. That'd be nice for them. But what happens is she I think that's what she's trying to do, but Drew intercepts it. The one thing I want to work on here is just having a little bit of calm in the chaos, because I think Drew is just trying to make sure that, it feels like they're about to score or something. And so he turns and he just rips it. And if you just have a moment of calm in the chaos, he could have just fed it to Alyssa. Simple little pass. This is great. I love the wings come back. So this is kind of where I want the wings to be, because then in a defensive position, if you get the ball, you can pass it to the wings. But Drew just kind of sends it to no man's land, and a lot of times in no man's land is the opponent. So just some mindfulness about clearing the ball. Clearing can be good if you're really in the thick of danger, but if you get possession of the ball on defense, try to find somebody with your eyes before kicking it. That's it for today's edition of Gustavo's Soccer Corner. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on Sunday at 3:10 versus the Equalizers. Just so you know, there's also no such thing as an ego boost game, because every game is ultimately versus yourself. And if you defeat yourself in a war of ego, then you experience ego death. And then you enter the void. So hope to see you at 3:10, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving.